Welcome back to day 2 here in Tokyo, Japan for the IPF 2019 World Open Sub-Junior, Junior and Masters Classic and Equipped Bench Press Championships. Proudly brought to you by none other than Alico, who just continue to raise the bar. Uplift and SBD standing behind these great competitions. We've got a huge lineup of actions, of course, today. The big boys come out and play this morning. And then later on today, we're also going to be looking at the women's sub-juniors, the men's sub-juniors. We've got women's juniors, men's juniors. We have got an entire line of action, but we are getting underway with the 120 plus Masters 1 and Masters 2 this morning. Yamasaki from Japan opening with 170 this morning. Nothing like blowing those cobwebs off with a 170 bench at 9 o'clock in the morning. We have got some big numbers on this screen today. And just getting a replacement call. And it's about his hand position on the bar. And he gets the start command. And gets that one off the blocks. And he gets the 3 white lights. And we're underway with the 120 plus man. Charles Duval from France now looking for 195 to open his day. Should be well within reach. Hit a 205 last year at the World Bench Press Championships. He's been consistently up in the 200s. Another athlete that competes equipped as well with a monster equipped bench of 260. 195 on the bar. And that should be a good lift. And it is. He's on the board with 195.
Next up,
Scott Robertson, our next lifter, looking for 197 and a half.
Bar is loaded, platform 1. Bar is loaded.
197.5. 9 o'clock in the morning and we're already approaching the 200 kilo mark. And makes absolutely short work of that. And he's on the board. Our next lifter to the platform, Shigeki Fuchino from Japan, now looking at 200 kilograms.
Bar is loaded, platform 1. Bar is loaded.
So 200 kilograms to open his day. And don't forget, we've got platform 2 running as well with the Masters 3 and the Masters 4, 120 and 120 pluses. And makes 200 kilos look like he's just finishing his warm-up with 3 white lights.
Next, David Doan, USA.
David Doan from the US of A now, looking for 205. So lifted to 195 at the 2018 USAPL Nationals. Got an absolutely massive equipped bench of 272.5. Now looking for 205 raw. So this is the 120 kilo M2 lifters and M1s here on this platform. Sinks it deep into the chest, maybe a bit too deep. Had a little bit of hard time on that right-hand side there. And the referees say the bar dipped down. And the head referee there saying that he just didn't lock his elbows out in the finishing position.
210 kilograms on the bar.
Hui Wada from Japan now looking for 210.
Bar is loaded, platform 1. Bar is loaded.
Plenty of experience, this gentleman. He set the M2 equipped record last year at a massive 300 kilograms. And 210 certainly doesn't look like a challenge for him. He is going to be tough to beat.
Good lift, 3 white lights. Next,
and just casually walks off.
Russia, 210 kilograms. Bar is
Ruslan
loaded,
Pavlikov,
platform 1.
Russia, 210 kilograms on the bar. M1 lifter, equipped and raw. Hit a 2000, put a 215 on the board in the Russian bench press championships this year, and a 330 equipped in the Russian championships.
Good lift.
And has no problems with 210.
Next, Cornell Schauer, Hungary, 212.
Cornell Schauer from Hungary, looking for 212.5.
Bar is loaded, platform 1. Bar is loaded.
$212.5 kilograms, well away from his best lift of 222.5 at the Arnold Classics last year in Europe. And that is a very, very quick 212.5, and he gets the 3 white lights and it's on the board.
Pavel Demchak,
Staying at 212.
12.5 kilograms on the bar.
Pavel Demchak from Czech Republic now wants 212.5 as well.
Bar is loaded.
So 212.5 was his best lift at the European Championships last year, where he placed second. And it's a long way from his best lift now. 212.5 looked easy.
Next, Dominic Siriani, USA, 212.5.
Dominic Siriani, US of A, looking for 212.5 as well.
Bar is loaded, platform 1. Bar is loaded.
Looks very composed this morning. 212.5 is a long way from his best. He hit a 225, which was a national M1 record last year at the USAPL Raw Nationals. So 212.5 should be a relatively conservative opening lift for him. And it is straight back to the top. And it's on the board with 212.5, and we'll roll around now.
Next for a second attempt.
into the second round.
190 kilograms on the bar.
So the M1 record is 240 kilograms. The M2 record is 240, and the open record is 253.5.
Bar is loaded. Platform 1. Bar is loaded.
Yamasaki from Japan now. Opened at 170 successfully, now looking for 190. Had a good opening lift. So following on from the 120s, we'll go into the 120 plus M1s and M2s here. Having to work a little bit harder for 190, but looks pretty good.
Good lift.
And he gets two white lights.
Next, Charles Duval, France.
Charles
200
Duval from
kilograms
France
on the bar.
now. Opened at 195. Jumping up to 200 now. And don't forget, we've got action on 2 platforms this morning.
Bar is loaded. Platform
Charles
1.
Duval
Bar
is
is
a
loaded.
lumberjack. Is what you'd expect from a 120 lifter. He's working it to the top. That left side is giving a bit of trouble. Let's see what the referees say. The referees say 2 white lights. He's a lumberjack and he's okay.
Next up, David Doan, USA. 205 kilograms on the bar.
David Doan from the US of A now looking for 205. And a few problems on his opening lift for 205.
Bar is loaded. Platform 1. Bar is loaded.
Some technical issues. Let's see if he's rectified that for his second attempt here. He's in the running for a silver medal, but he has to put it on the board first. It looks a lot better. That should be a good lift.
No lift.
And no lift. He gets 2 red lights.
Next, Scott Robertson, Canada.
And the side referee there just motioning that he's not locking his elbows at the top. So he's put himself under a lot of pressure now. Scott Robertson from Canada now, 207.5, taking a 10 kilo leap from 197.5. And Doan's coach just having a chat to the jury box now. So we have a jury panel there for a reason. And if it's 2 red lights, the coach can contest. Scott Robertson makes short work of 207.
Restart the clock, please.
But we've got a bit of an issue with some technicalities here. And he'll be given a relift. So the chief referee just talking to the jury now. We'll wait and see the verdict of that. Lots of conversations happening with the jury at the moment. We've got the American US coach talking to the jury about his lift. So we've got the chief referee talking about the Canadians' lift. And now we have another coach who's just approached the jury table as well. It's all happening here. Nothing like a bit of excitement and controversy to start off the morning. Always a nice way to start a Sunday morning, I think. Well, we'll keep you up to date with what's going on there. Looks like we're back on the platform now. And we'll check the number board and see what happens. We should have a couple of relifts coming, I would say. We can see a lot of talking and a lot of action. So the Canadian, Scott Robinson, will have a relift at the end of this round. There was just a little bit of confusion with what was happening on the platform. So I've just been informed that there'll be a relift there, but right now we have Puccino from Japan looking for 210. He had a good 200 opener and made absolute short work of it.
Bar is loaded, platform 1. Bar is loaded.
And we're back on track now. 210 on the board for Puccino. Has a PB of 212.5. And that's a pretty old number. And 210 shouldn't pose too much of a problem for him. A little bit rough on that left-hand side there. Let's see what the referees say. But he gets the white lights, and it's on the board at 210.
Ruslan Pavlikov, Russia, 212.5 kilograms.
Pavlikov from Russia now looking at 212.5.
Bar is loaded, platform 1. Bar is loaded.
Had a great opening lift at 210. And now looking for 212.5. Just under his best lift from earlier this year of 215 at the Russian Championships. He doesn't seem to have any problems with that. Gets the 2 white lights. Chief referee just saying he didn't lock his elbow up properly.
215 kilograms on the bottom.
Koei Wada from Japan with 215 has put himself in the absolute perfect position for the gold medal today, and unlikely that anyone's going to come anywhere
Bar
near
is
that.
loaded, platform 1. Bar is loaded.
Darwin was probably the only one that was in a position to challenge him at the start of this session, but having missed his first two attempts, he's going to do 205 again for his third. So Wada from Japan is going to have it all his own way for the gold medal. And now looking at 215. Had to work pretty hard for it, but it should be a good lift.
Good lift.
And it is, it's on the board. He gets one red light from the chief referee saying his foot left the ground. And we can have a look in the replay there. We can just see a bit of movement through his knee. We can't really see the angle. And yeah, you can just sort of see the foot lift at the top. Cornel Schauer from Hungary now looking for 217.5. Trying to put himself in a position to maybe challenge for a medal if someone makes a mistake. He's currently sitting in 4th position. And 217.5 will put him in a nice little position to maybe challenge for a bronze if someone makes an error. So 217.5. Sinks it deep into his chest. Plenty of speed coming up. It should be a good lift.
Good lift.
And it is. It's on the board with 3 white lights. Pavel Demkak from Czech Republic now looking at 220. But the world record is 240 to give you an idea of how much these guys are lifting. 220 kilograms. And this big man from Czechia is no stranger to this sort of weight. And should manage the 220. And he does. Makes it look very easy.
Good lift.
And it's on the board with 220.
Next up, Dominic Sirianni.
Dominic Sirianni from the USA now, also looking at 220.
Bar is loaded. Platform 1. Bar is loaded.
Dominic chasing down one of those top 3 positions as well. Gets a quick command, has a little bit of a struggle through the middle of the lift there, but managed to keep the momentum up, and he gets it on the board with 220.
Next, Scott Robertson.
And now Scott Robertson from Canada with a relift at 207.5. So he's going to have to manage his fatigue a little as well, having that extra lift in there.
Bar is loaded. Platform 1. Bar is loaded. Scott Robertson.
So 207.5 is on the bar. And he may decide not to take the relift so that he doesn't use up too much of his energy. So a relift can be an advantage and a disadvantage all at the same time. On his second attempt at 207.5, he actually did lift the weight. So he's actually used up a little bit of energy. The lift was denied, and then it was overturned and given a relift. So if he comes out to take this lift, it would actually essentially mean he's doing 4 lifts and make his final attempt a lot more difficult. So it looks like he's opted not to take this lift and then just put in his third attempt. He knows he can lift 207.5, wasn't a problem. So the coaches can now go, well, we can add, we put in a 210 or 212.5 for the final lift. And we'll move around into the third round now. And Yamasaki from Japan, 195 to equal his personal best, and he will take home a bronze medal today. He'll go home with a bronze medal. Yamasaki, the acupuncturist from Japan, almost 20 years competing, so plenty of experience under the bar.
Bar is loaded. Platform 1. Bar is loaded.
195 kilos. He made short work of his first 2 lifts and then just taking a smaller jump to his third. He's looking for a competition personal best. Getting those shoulders in as deep as he can get them. He had a few little technical issues on his first lift, but sorted those out quick enough to get the lift in. He's having to work hard for that. Just clipped the rack there.
No lift.
They couldn't push past, so that will be a no lift, but he'll take home the bronze medal. Charles Duval from France now looking for 202.5. And we've got a pretty close battle in the top 4 lifters
Bar is loaded.
in the
Platform 1. Bar is
M1s.
loaded.
Charles Duval now with 202.5. just a little bit too much there.
No lift.
David Doan from the US of A now.
USA, 205 kilograms
On his third lift, looking for 205. He's had all sorts of problems on his first two lifts.
Bar is
Just
loaded.
not
Platform
locking the
one.
elbows
Bar is
out
loaded.
and being denied
David
twice.
Doan, USA.
He is in the spot for a silver medal with this lift, but he has to get it on the board. Otherwise, he will go home empty-handed, and Yamasaki from Japan will take the silver medal. He's moving the bar well. The bar is moving fast. His setup is strong and tight. He just has to lock the elbows at the top. Gets a quick command on that one. Makes sure the referees see him locking those elbows. And it's a good lift. Two white lights, it's on the board, and he'll take home the silver medal, and just saving his bacon there. Machino from Japan looking for 215 now. So this will be a personal best.
Bar is loaded.
Looking on his profile card there, he's listed his job as president. $215 kilos on the bar. Here he comes. Wants to finish on a competition best lift. Gets the start command, has a great technique, drives it to the top and gives it everything he has, and it should be a good lift, and it is with 215.
Next,
Ruslan Pavlikov from Russia now looking for 220, currently in fourth position.
Bar is loaded. Platform one. Bar is loaded.
But could possibly move up those rankings if the following lifters have any problems. So quite an important lift for him to put this on the board. And 220 proving a little bit too much for him. So without that lift,
Scott Robertson, Canada.
he will drop back to sixth position with some lifters ahead to come now. Now, Scott Robertson from Canada, who decided not to take his relift, has gone from 207.5, which was the lift that was denied, to 220. And this will push him up to fourth position, and quite possibly, depending on further lifts, quite possibly into the medals. He's lighter than Demkap and Sirianni. The 220, a little bit too much for him. So he'll have to settle for 197.5.
Next, Cornel Schauer, Hungary.
Cornel Schauer from Hungary looking for 222.5. And this will,
Bar is loaded.
he has the bronze medal already in his bag. The 222.5 puts him in a position that if Sirianni or Demkak miss their lift, he can find himself moving up into silver or even gold. So 225 is the lift that could move him up the rankings. He already has the bronze medal. But needs to put this one on the board to put himself in with a chance of moving up. Gets good speed off the chest, keeps the momentum going, and it should be a good lift. And it is, it's on the board, he's happy with that. And now it comes down to our next two lifters.
Next,
Demchak
Demchak,
from
Czech Republic,
Czech Republic looking for 225. If he misses this lift, it drops him back into the bronze medal position.
Bar is loaded,
So he needs to put this on the board. His first two lifts moved like lightning. No, I'm not imagining any problems since Sirianni has changed his last lift to 227.5. He's a fraction heavier than Demchak, so has to lift more than him to get the gold. And that one moves like lightning as well for 225, so he secures that silver medal.
Next,
And Sirianni has to outlift him. But Wada from Japan now, who is the gold medalist in the 120 M2s and had it all his own way, with Doan unable to put any pressure on him at all. They're now looking for 225. And this lift is just for him. He already has the gold medal. Great touch on the chest, but just couldn't get the speed. But he'll walk away with a gold medal in his pocket today.
Next, Dominic
Sirianni from the USA with 227.5. This lift is for the gold medal. If he misses this lift, which will be a personal best, he drops back to the bronze medal position. So he has to put this on the board. 227.5 for the gold medal. Plenty of pressure on this one. $227.5 for the gold medal. Talk about pressure. If he misses this, drops all the way back to bronze. And he's not going to be able to push through. He looked like walking away with a gold medal, but he will drop back to the bronze medal position. But he gave it everything he had. And don't go away, because we will roll straight into the 120 pluses now.
45 kilograms on the bar.
With John Barris from Canada looking to open at 145. So with the 120 pluses, M1 and M2 lifters, the big boys are hitting the platform now. Spotters and loaders having a very big job in this session. So 145, well away from his best ever lift. He lifted a 185 at the World Bench Press in 2017 and a 185 at the Nationals in 2017. So now looking to open at 145 here today.
Bar is loaded. Platform 1. Bar is loaded.
Just giving some instructions to the head spotter there, how he wants his lift off. For 145 kilos. And that looks like a good opening lift.
Good lift.
And it is, it's on the board. Akira Abita is our next lifter from Japan, also looking at 145.
Bar is loaded. 145 kilograms on the bar.
So Akira looking for 145. It's at a bit of a gap from international competition, but was lifting 170, 175 back in 2016. And 145 certainly isn't a problem for him.
Next,
Jonathan Ramirez from Mexico now looking for 165, and he has plenty of support in the crowd.
Bar is loaded. Platform 1.
$165. And he made that look very smooth. Made some big improvements since 2017 when he was lifting in the 170s.
72.5 kilograms on the bar. Bar is loaded.
Thomas Greencroft from Germany now looking for 172.5. Oh, and he's a little bit uneven on that left-hand side. Let's see what the referees think about that. And he gets the two white lights, as we said earlier. The bar is allowed to come up unevenly as long as it's moving upward, not down. So he gets that one in there. Patrice from France looking for 180.
Bar is loaded. Platform 1. Bar is loaded.
180 on the bar for Patrice. Well away from his best lift. He has a monster raw bench press of 202.5 at the European Classics last year. And a massive equipped bench of 265. And 180 is lightning fast.
Good lift. 3 white lights. Next, Lubomir Ruzicka, Czech Republic.
Lubomir Ruzicka from Czech Republic looking at 197.5. $197.5 getting loaded on the bar.
Bar is
A
loaded.
smidge under his best lift from the European Classic last year of 200 kilograms. So he finished 4th at the European Classic bench press last year with 200. And the way 197 moves, I don't think 200 is going to be an issue for him.
Good lift.
And he gets the white lights, it's on the board.
Next, Jean-Yves Minel, France.
Jean-Yves Minel from France, 202.5.
Bar is loaded. Platform 1. Bar is loaded.
Hit a 205 last year at the European Classic where he finished first. 252.5 equipped at the European Bench Press Championships last year, where he finished second. Now looking to find his way into the medal tally here as well. 202.5 as an opening lift will put him in a good position to challenge for the medals. And it moved very quickly. I think that 205 personal best is going to fall today. Vesa Kohonen from Finland, 205.
Bar is loaded, platform 1. Bar is loaded.
So, finished 5th back in 2016 at the Finnish Bench Press Cup with a 180. Got plenty of experience. And 205 was a pretty smooth lift all the way to the top.
Good lift.
And he gets the 3 white lights. Sasha Wolf from Germany looking at 207.5. So well away from his best lift at 215. So he finished 4th last year at the World Classic Bench Press with a 215. Finished 3rd at the European Classic Bench Press in 2017 with a 210. So every year just adding a few more kilos to that best lift, just chipping away. And a very, very good opening lift choice at 207.5, and it's on the board.
Next, Chris Baker.
Chris Baker from Great Britain looking at 210.
Bar is loaded, platform 1. Bar is loaded.
210 on the bar. Got a personal best of 222.5, and that was the European Masters this year. So that was March this year where he hit 222.5, so 210 should be a fairly conservative opening lift. And it is exactly that. So 210 goes on the board.
Good lift, 3 white lights.
Jonas Cerna
Next, Janos Cerna, Hungary.
from Hungary looking for 212.5 as well.
Bar is loaded, platform 1. Bar is loaded.
So 212.5. 120 plus M2 lifter. Trying to set himself up to take a run for the gold medal today. Just a smidge under his best lift from the European Classic bench last year at 212.5. 217.5.
Good lift.
And that is a good lift.
Next, Joe Dibbert.
Joe
USA.
Dibbert from the US also looking to set himself up to take a run at the gold medal here today. To 12.5 on the bar. The referee's just giving instructions to the spotters to give the bar a clean. The bar has a tendency to fill up, the knurlings fill up with chalk. cleaning the bar allows the lifter to get a better handle on it. If you ever handled an Alico bar, that knurling on an Alico bar is, I would have to say, cruel. It is the toughest, roughest knurling you'll ever handle in your life. Joe Divot, 2:12 and a half to set himself up to take a run at the gold medal. Big breath in. Fast lift. Very fast lift. He has put himself in a fantastic position with that lift. Umar Abdullah from the USA now looking for 2:15. And there's all sorts of action happening on platform 2 as well. And the crowd just keeps on growing and growing.
Bar is loaded, platform 1. Bar is loaded.
215 kilograms on the bar for Umar from the USA. And he wants to put himself in a position to take a run for a medal as well. And 2:15 was easy.
Good lift, 3 white line.
And it should be. He lifted 237 and a half
Next, Yaroslav Sukal.
at the bench press
Czech Republic,
nationals last year.
217.5 kilograms on the bar.
He is setting himself up. Yaroslav Sukal from the Czech Republic now looking for 217. Another one who wants to take a run for that gold. There is going to be a battle royale here. Well under his best lift. He has a European Masters record at 2:32 and a half. Probably didn't move as fast as he would like it to, but it's on the board at 2:17.5, and we'll roll into round 2 and see what starts to unfold here.
Next,
John Barris looking at 150. $150 kilograms worth of Alico plates and bar sitting there on that bench just waiting for you, John Barris. $150 kilograms. Abdullah in the Masters 1 has put in a 2:35 for his second attempt. Wants to try and give himself a bit of a lead on the others to secure that gold medal.
Good lift.
And he gets the 3 white lights. It's on the board.
Next, Akira Ebita, Japan.
Akira Abita from Japan looking for 155 now. Had a good opening lift at 145.
Bar is loaded, platform 1. Bar is loaded.
155 kilograms, and the big man from Japan. Very smooth lift, sits it nicely on his chest.
Good lift, 3 white lights. Next, Jonathan Ramirez, Mexico. 172.
Jonathan Ramirez from Mexico looking at 172. And platform 2 is finished, so Chrissy, the Tasmanian Devil Chamberlain, has come over to join us and watching the action unfold. And it is...
What's going on here?
Well, look,
Gary, talk me through it. We've got a sea of green.
Just gotten through round 1, lots of green on the board, absolutely fantastic to see. You know, the M1s, Abdullah from the US of A has put in a 235 for his second, looking to try and open up that gap quite a bit. Wants to get himself well ahead of the pack. Jonathan Ramirez from Mexico looking at 172.5 now. Nice soft touch to the chest. Has to work hard that right side.
I think he's got that,
It
Gary.
looks good from where we're sitting. Let's see what the referees see. No lift. Looks like the referees have said there's some bar dip. We'll have a look at the replay here as well.
Gary, very vocal crowd. I can
It
barely
is
hear you.
extremely loud in the stadium today. We are day 2 at not even 10 o'clock in the morning, and the crowd is huge here.
Wonderful. That's the first miss we've seen, it looks like,
That
here on
is
this
the first
flight.
red in this session. So we've got Thomas Brunnenkreff from Germany looking at 177.5.
He's growling, Gary.
He's got the growl going. He's going to give this everything he's got. These guys are starting to push to the limit on their second lifts. And he's driving at that left side, just won't go. He gave it every growl he had.
Every growl. Gary, as a coach, do you often see a lifter with a distinctly stronger arm in the bench press that it'll go
look,
up?
it's actually not uncommon. I mean,
Right.
naturally, physiologically, we're stronger on one side than the other. It's quite normal.
Okay.
And there are some athletes that are a lot more pronounced like that.
That was quite pronounced, would you say?
We'll often do a lot of single arm work to try and balance that out a little bit as much as we can.
To work on the other
so we do
arm
single
and
arm
shoulder?
dumbbells
Okay,
and some
singles.
single arm work to try and balance it out a little bit. And that also helps in their stability as well, as it strengthens the back and the stability through the core. Patrice from France now looking for 190 kilograms.
You've got 6 lifters here, I see, in the Masters 2, 120 plus for exciting competition.
Yeah, it's going to be tight. We just saw some excitement in the 120s as well.
Oh, Fabrice gets a beautiful line coming up.
Is superb.
Good lift, 3 white lights.
An absolutely superb lift. Razika from Czechia is our next lifter, looking for 205.
It's a good little battle here for bronze and silver.
Yeah, look, Razika's going to come out and do his job, I think.
Right.
And see if Manila from France makes any errors. He'll stick to his game plan.
And Gary, just on that left-right disparity that we see in bench pressing particularly, just let this lift happen and I want to ask you something about that. Oh,
There's a nice bar
what
path.
a wonderful press.
And you can see it start to slow down, but that technique, that bar path is what pushed it all the way
Really
through.
a beautiful line and smooth.
Absolutely spot on. And he gets the 2 white lights.
So Gary, what I was going to ask is, what sort of role does everyday activities, aside from training, what sort of role does everyday activities have in terms of strengthening that less dominant side? Should we be trying to use our less dominant side more
Yeah, no,
often?
you're absolutely right. I mean, obviously it depends a lot on the job you do, and
Right.
if you're a labourer in particular.
Okay. Trying to use that other
Yeah, look,
hand.
as a doctor as well, I often see a lot of patients in rehabilitation with, you can see much larger on one side than the other.
Okay, visually you can see it.
Particularly labourers have worked a lot with that side. And that is a very nice lift from John Ives. But he gets the two red lights.
Reds, Gary. He's
Looking
bewildered.
at the chief referee there.
And the chief ref's talking to the jury.
Can't quite hear what they're talking about,
The jury
unfortunately.
confirmed that it's a no lift.
So it is a no lift.
There's no doubt in their mind that was correct. And the coach
He missed the command by the
yeah,
look
the
of it.
coach is saying he didn't hear it.
Yeah, so I'm just, I'm in a really nice position here. The jurors are standing next to me, and I've just slipped my headphones off to try and listen to what they're saying.
Nothing wrong with that, Gary.
So we
It's
missed
the
the
inside
command.
word.
All right, now we have
Kohonen.
from Finland.
He's one of about 3 lifters who are really close here.
Yeah, they are all just putting in their numbers and seeing what everyone else does at the moment.
So
he's sitting in 4th position, but this lift puts him in a position to quite possibly move up the rankings. We just saw that in the 120s.
That looks
And I
good,
think
Gary.
it's a good lift, but I think 215 is getting pretty close to his
Close
limit.
to his limit.
Very close to his limit there.
But that could strategically be an excellent lift because
Yeah,
it
look,
depends how Abdullah
we
goes.
just saw it in the 120 pluses, in the 120s, in the M1s with the gold medal lift. He missed his lift and dropped all the way back to bronze.
That's exactly what
For one
happens in
lift.
bench press, isn't it? And so Sascha Wolf of Germany now is one of the lifters that I'm just watching.
So
If
he's
he
looking for 215 as well. So he's another lifter that's sitting right there on that edge.
He's lighter than the American Abdullah, and so if he gets this, he temporarily jumps ahead of him.
And that certainly looked a lot better.
And potentially, I think he just went into the bronze in 3rd place position with that lift, just
So
temporarily.
He gets that one on the board.
Next, Janos Cerna, Hungary.
And there he is, he's in 3rd place.
217.5 kilograms.
Janos
Temporarily.
Cerna from Hungary, 217.5, currently sitting in the gold medal position. But Dibbett from the USA is going to make sure he has to work for that gold medal. He's sitting right there behind him.
This is exciting too in this Masters 2 120 plus kilo, because as you just said, we've got Cerna and Dibbett going for the exact same weight on their second attempt.
Cerna is not going to have it all his own way.
Cerna's lighter, so if he can get this, he messes up Dibbett for a little bit.
So 217.5. He's 212.5. His opening lift looked great.
Did it? Okay.
And
I mean, the Hungarians, there's something about them. They're kind of solid in their lifting.
I mean, look at them too.
Look at them. They're solid. There, Hungarian
And
power.
that's another good lift.
Wonderful. So
It puts him in a very, very nice position because Dilbert is heavier and has to outlift him to take the goal.
correct. So Dibbett's now just staying in touch. He's not even ahead now if he gets this lift, which is a difficult mental position to be in, to have to.
So this will give us a really good indication of how far he can go on his 3rd lift. So he's got 217.5 on the bar. This will equal Cerna's lift. And then it will give us a good indication of just how far Dibbett can push on his 3rd attempt.
Joe Dibbett
His
to stay in touch.
212.5 was lightning fast.
Right. He's staying in touch now for the gold. He's going to watch what Cerna puts on. He put 222.5 on his 3rd attempt.
Yeah, and I think 222.5 for Cerna is probably getting to the top of his limit.
Okay. And everyone's watching.
So let's see how
All
far
eyes on Joe.
217.5 moves.
Oh, it's down. Oh, and it's up.
He has plenty of speed off the chest, slows a bit in the middle, but follows that bar path through.
It's a terrific lift.
It's going to be a close game because I don't know if there's a whole lot more than 222.5 in Dibbett either.
Dibbett's got to go 225 now
It's
to
his
get the gold.
only choice.
Yep.
Or hope that
Fortunately,
Cerner makes
he's got
an
no
error.
pressure from a bronze challenger, so he's safe in the silver, but
It's
can
always
he get
nice
the,
to have that
yeah,
silver locked in.
Yeah.
Then you can sort of throw caution to the wind a little bit. So Chris Baker from Great Britain looking at 217.5.
Good little
he
jump
wants to
here
try
for
and
Chris.
find his way into the medals as well.
Yes, this would set him beautifully. In fact, he would temporarily go into first place on body weight ahead of the Czech.
Yeah, a lot of guys just trying to wait and see what everyone does.
So to temporarily go into first. Baker from Great Britain. Oh,
And he has a
superb.
lot of room to move on his third lift.
That was mammoth.
He has got plenty of
He
room
just hit the front.
to move. He hasn't even put his foot on the pedal yet.
Now,
Jaroslav from Czechia, 225, and this is the man to be watching.
this is a pressure lift in a way because Baker just absolutely told the Czech he's here to do business.
225. Abdullah from the USA will be our next lifter at 235. He's trying to put a bit of a gap on. But right now, Jaroslav from Czechia with 225. And this is where he gets to send a message. He wants
Can
to
he
try
get
and
the
chase
first
down
place
that
back?
gold.
Oh,
And
Gary.
225.
He could not.
Just looked like he mistimed that at the bottom there. Let's have a look and see if we get a replay here.
So Baker stays in first place.
Yeah, you can see as he left the chest there, he just mistimed to push back a little bit too far.
So Abdullah now,
So Abdullah now needs a 235, which is a massive jump from 215.
absolutely interesting
And he
attempt
has to
selection
get this or he's going to drop himself all the way back down.
to fifth. So Abdullah being
An
the biggest
absolute
lifter
giant of a
in this
man.
class.
174 kilograms he weighs.
To put 20 kilos on your next attempt, he must be confident that he can do this. He may have easily done another lift in the warm-up as he was waiting. I went out there yesterday and some of the lifters were doing that. So here's Abdullah, 235. Brings it down well. Plenty of power,
And
Gary.
absolutely, there is more and more left in that tank.
He just streaked away.
And I
Baker enjoyed
think
first
with
place.
that 235, he's put himself in a position now where no one's really going to be able to challenge that. So into the third round now, we'll probably see a few changes to final lifts as people try and get up through the rankings. With John Burris from Canada now with 152.5, open at 145. Hit a 150 and then just taking a fairly conservative jump to 152.5. Really wants to just get those three lifts on the board and get as much on there as he can.
Yeah, it's nice to go 3 out of 3 and get personal bests and maybe achieve even national record or this kind of thing. Many people have got their own goals at Worlds.
Yeah, that's one of the greatest things about powerlifting. I mean, you come here to a World Championship event. You know, you see the competition you're up against. You know their numbers. You know what? I'm not going to win a gold medal, but this is my goal for this championships. And he's getting the crowd fired up now. Wants to get the crowd going. I can't believe it's not even 10 o'clock in the morning. It's 10 o'clock in the morning here, and we've already got an enormous crowd. It's fantastic.
And I'll tell you what, there's virtually a lone Mexican supporter, and she is getting
she's louder than everyone.
The crowd going for everyone.
John Burris
There it
from
is.
Canada sinks it deep into his chest.
Oh, he's going to get it.
Got a little bit of a wobble halfway up there.
Look good to me,
I
Gary.
don't think the bar dipped at all. And no, it didn't. 3 white lights.
And very nice to see he goes around at the completion
Shakes
of his
the
lift.
hand of all the referees. Great sportsmanship here. Akira Abita.
Poses for the camera. He looks like a great guy, a nice guy, and enjoying his lifting. It's a fun thing. If you let it be fun, it's fun.
It is a lot of fun. Akira Abita from Japan, 165. The big man from Japan.
Abita can't move up in the rankings with this. He will remain in 8th position, but he could go 3 from 3.
Yeah, he's certainly come here to put some numbers on the board and have some fun. And he gets that back to the top. It was a tough lift on the left side particularly. And he gets the 2 white lights. Chief referee just suggesting a red light for not locking his elbow properly. But he gets the 2 whites. Jonathan Ramirez from Mexico, 172.5, and you'll hear the crowd get loud now. 162.5 goes on the bar. He missed this on his second.
Ramirez has been
Looking
competing
for
for 12
a best
years.
lift of 172.5.
And
The Mexican support in the crowd there.
wonderful to see the pride to represent your country at Worlds. Big chest
That's
comes
a better
up.
line.
That was a great descent, and
That
I
was
think
a
he's got it.
much better line.
It's glorious, and the whole auditorium.
And he gets it on the board of 172.5.
And he lifts the roof off.
Thomas Rennenkriff from Germany now looking at 177.5. Sales manager by day, power lifter by night. It's almost like a superhero.
Right.
Mild-mannered sales manager by day. Giant power lifter by night.
Bench presser. Even.
Giant bench, super bench presser.
Super bench presser.
And here he comes for 177.5. Not going to be threatening the medals, but wants to get this one on the board to finish his day. Just proved a little too tough for him. And left shoulder just didn't quite look like it was sitting right, and it's not.
And as you called it, he's got a lot of trouble on that left side.
Yeah, it
There's
looks
something
like he might
wrong.
have a little bit of an injury there.
Got an
Just
injury.
didn't sit. You could see as he set up there and took the bar, his left shoulder just wasn't sitting where it
Sucking,
should be
yeah.
sitting.
So he's got a bit of remedial work, do you think?
Yeah,
Gary,
look, it
to-
could be a little bit of an injury there. I mean, we do see a difference in left and right quite often.
But that
That's
was
a big
very
difference
pronounced,
and more
yeah.
like an injury of a difference.
Yep. So he needs some treatment for that when he gets
Yeah, I'd
home.
imagine so. I mean,
Build
and
it
his
back up
coach
again.
will be all over that.
Okay. If not, he could go to Uplift and get a coach.
He could always go to Uplift, one of our great sponsors, standing right behind us here. Rosika Czechia, 207.5.
Oh, he
Oh, that's
muscles it
tough in the
through big
midsection.
hand.
He muscled it as much as he could, but couldn't quite get there.
That's an example of leaving it all here. The whole body started to shake as every muscle in his body did everything to try and bear that up.
You know, they come in here, they do 3 lifts, and what a lot of people, you're watching at home and you're new to powerlifting, and you think, yeah, 3 lifts, that's
lifts,
not
so
very
what?
much. Remember, before they do these 3 lifts, they've been out the back for an hour lifting and warming up and getting the neural pathways and the muscles ready and everything ready to hit these big numbers. And we're not talking about a lift in the gym. We're talking about your absolute
Maximal.
1 RM.
Yep.
You know, your absolute, where you are leaving nothing behind. And that completely fatigues the system.
Minel.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Flew up. And it's on the
Oh.
board. He's ecstatic with that one.
He's got a dance move.
Patrice Lefebvre,
He celebrates.
207.5 kilograms on the bar.
207.5 goes on the bar for Patrice.
I'm very impressed with Minel's ankle position, quite far behind his in his body.
Yeah, and it's with these big guys,
Yeah,
we don't often
exactly.
see.
I was just going to
see
say,
that.
you don't see that as much with the older and bigger guys.
Yeah, look, as they get bigger and older, as we know, we are less flexible. Some of the media team just looked at me then. I like to consider myself the youngest of the
Well, mentally
media
at least.
team.
Patrice now from France.
207.5. And we should say a big shout out to Viva Media, because these pictures you are getting at home, these fantastic angles, are all thanks to Viva Media.
Oh,
And that is just a bit too much at 207.5.
speaking of pictures, how wonderful has it been to see this new camera position where we're now able to see the actual facial expression of bench presses?
Pictures and great angles.
I mean, for the first time, we're really seeing that what's going across the face of the lifter.
You're getting in touch with the emotion of the lifters.
Because bench press can be difficult to photograph and watch because you can't see their face because it's facing the ceiling. And Viva TV have imagined that issue and placed a camera strategically to zone in on the face of the bench presser.
We like to try and make our bench presses models as well.
And they are?
Vesa from Finland, 217.5, currently sitting in 4th position. But you just never know with powerlifting. He could find himself sliding up the list a little bit there.
Well, to 2nd, because on body weight, he's the lightest of all the guys who would have got this weight if he gets it. But it's too heavy.
These guys are pushing themselves to the absolute limit here. Sascha Wolf from Germany is going to give 217.5 a crack as well, and maybe try and find his way up the rankings.
Again, Sascha will propel straight into 2nd place with this lift on body weight from Baker of Great Britain.
And this will be a personal best.
So Wolf now to do a PB to get himself into the silver position, where Baker will have to take it off him on his 3rd lift.
217.5.
Oh, there he goes.
And he's having to work, but it's just a bit too much, and you can see trying to muscle through.
Baker
and then the wrist roll.
survives the attempts.
Yeah, they were all trying to chase him down, but he's managed to survive.
But
so
seriously,
Baker,
he does look the stronger man out of that group of 4 that he was jostling with. He's the stronger man. His 217.5 was absolutely solid.
Yeah, and looking at his 217.5, 225 should roll pretty easily. So he is looking to try and hang on to that silver medal position.
You know,
So Carl is trying to peg him down as well.
I've really enjoyed watching how the coaches pick the attempt selections for the competition on the day. Is that something, if you've got an uplift coach, for example, can they get involved in your attempt selections?
Well, what we do as coaches, I mean, I coach a number of athletes that I can't always be at their competitions in other countries. So we basically give them Plan A, Plan B, and Plan C.
So you give them various scenarios for what happens on the day.
We'll often communicate prior to competition with the person that might be handling them on the day.
Yep.
But during the competition,
well, you're not
I
right
don't
there
have
for
any
those
contact
immediate...
with them whilst they're competing.
Yeah, okay.
Otherwise, it just gets too confusing
I
for
bet
them.
it does. And distracting perhaps
But we give
a little.
them Plan A, Plan B, and Plan C.
Okay.
And Plan D.
Cerna now 222.5.
And just having a look, Abdullah. And that's playing too much for him. Abdullah has put in a massive 252.5 for his 3rd attempt. He's gone from 235 to 252.5.
Now, interesting, Dibbett, with this lift, will get the gold medal because Cerna missed his 3rd attempt. So Dibbett has to get this to get the gold because on body weight, he has lifted the same as
It's interesting that Dibbett didn't change his lift either. He doesn't need to do 225 now.
He only needs 220.
And he's a slightly heavier lifter, so if he misses this lift,
he gets the silver. But
so he's fairly confident. He's a big guy. I imagine he's quite confident at 225.
It might represent another important number for him, the 225. It could be a record he's going for. But for this particular competition, he only needed 220 to get the gold. So let's hope that this 225 attempt is worth it.
Let's hope he's played the right card.
Yeah.
Because this lift right here can mean gold or silver.
That's it. Is it gold? Is it silver? It's all on Dibbett. Hits it hard. Gets under. It's a
It is
not
not
a
going to
good
go,
line.
and he's given away the gold
Gary.
medal. Cerner is going to walk away with the gold medal now.
Disappointment.
That is an unfortunate decision and way to finish. So he'll take the silver medal, while Manella will take the bronze, but Cerner walks away with the gold medal at 2:17.5. And we're back to the M1s now. Sukal Jaroslav from Czechia wants that 2:25.
With 2:25, he temporarily gets ahead of Baker from Great Britain.
Now, if he misses 2:25, he's still safe in the bronze.
He's a big man, so he's got to get this for his body weight.
Moves well off the
it's
chest,
difficult.
but
It
just starts to
crashes.
fall back.
It crashes into the rack. He gets out
The
of
bar
shape.
just took control there.
So he
Chris Baker,
settles
Great
into the
Britain,
bronze and
225
finishes with the bronze. Baker's safe with the silver.
So Chris Baker now looking for 2:25, so he's safe in the silver medal position. And it's not, either 2:25 isn't enough to threaten the gold either. Abdullah's pretty much had it all his own way today. But Baker will look for 2:25 for a best competition lift for him.
This is a PB for Baker, so an important lift for him. Competition PB at Worlds in Tokyo, Japan. For his third lift, he can go 3 out of 3. And I'm going to back him on this because he's looked incredibly strong. And he's not stressed. He looks like he's lifting within
he
himself.
looks quite calm and
Yep.
well collected. He's not overly aggressive. I mean, another thing coaches have to do, and it's a little bit easier in bench press than 3 lifters to manage aggression throughout the day.
Chris Baker, it looks
Good
good.
speed.
He's got the thing.
That should be a good lift. Let's
He
wait and
racks
see.
it back. He's got it.
And it is. It's on the board at 2:25.
So PB,
But
3
now-
out of 3.
The big man, Abdullah from the USA, the walking giant, is taking a giant leap at 2:52.5.
You know, what must it feel like to be able to take these enormous jumps from
it is a
attempt to
huge,
attempt?
huge jump. What
What
must
does
it
that
feel
do
like
to
to
the
be
central
running the
nervous
breakfast
system?
buffet and all these heavyweights come in for breakfast?
That's right. But I mean, does this really do something to the central nervous system?
Oh,
to
absolutely.
Shock it like this?
Absolutely,
Right.
it can, yeah. And it depends on how you train too. I mean, some
Okay.
guys just train to take big jumps. I mean, this is a very big jump for a bench press. But his size, I mean, he's 174 kilos. So the big jumps aren't going to take as big a toll on him.
I see. Yep. He looks to have a pretty reasonable scar around his knee there. I think he's had some work
Yeah,
done.
it looks like a surgical scar.
Okay. So this is probably why he's a bencher.
Quite
Could
possibly,
be.
yeah, quite possibly. I mean, you do
Abdullah,
get some guys move to bench only as a
because
result
of
of
an
injuries.
Yep. Oh!
Moves fast off the
can
chest,
he do it? It beats
but it's
him,
a
Gary.
bit too much. Just stalled out in the middle, but he's solid in the gold medal position. No one's taking that away, and he will go home with the gold medal. Baker with the silver and Sakal with the bronze. In the M2s, Cerner sneaks away with that gold medal. Dibbett just making that error in his selection and having to go home with the silver, while Manel will go home with the bronze medal. It has been an absolutely fantastic morning so far. Don't go away. We've got the medal ceremony coming up, and of course, a huge shout out to our sponsors. We keep talking about them. They're not just great sponsors. These are great companies with great products as well. Alico is without a doubt the best equipment on the planet. Uplift SPD, and we will be back after this for the medal ceremony.
Medals will be presented by President of the JPA, Kenji Sasaki, and President of the IPF, Gaston Parage. First, in the Masters 4 division, 120 kilogram weight class. In third place, Daryl Hastu, USA, 105 kilograms. Congratulations. In second place, Robert Evans of the USA, 110 kilograms. And in first place, Mujir El Alami, Sweden, 115 kilograms. Congratulations. Would everyone please stand for the national anthem of Sweden? Congratulations. Next, in the Masters 3 division, 120 kilogram weight class. In third place, Werner Wieninger, Germany, 177.5 kilograms. In second place, Brian Rock, Canada, 180 kilograms. And in first place, Akihiro Watanabe, Japan, 193 kilograms. Congratulations. Would everyone please stand for the national anthem of Japan? Next, in the Masters 2 division, 120 kilogram weight class. In third place, Eijiro Yamasaki, Japan, 190 kilograms. Congratulations. In second place, David Doan, USA, 205 kilograms. Congratulations. And in first place, Kohei Wada, Japan, 215 kilograms. Congratulations. Would everyone please stand for the national anthem of Japan? Congratulations. Next, in the Masters 1 division, 120 kilogram weight class. In third place, Dominic Sirianni, USA, 220 kilograms. Congratulations. In second place, Cornel Schauer, Hungary, 222.5 kilograms. Congratulations. And in first place, Pavel Demchak, Czech Republic, 222.5 kilograms. Congratulations. Would everyone please stand for the national anthem of the Czech Republic? Congratulations to all lifters.
Music.
Could all lifters please exit the platform? Congratulations. All lifters in the 120 kilogram plus weight category, please get ready for the medal ceremony. All lifters in the 120 kilogram plus weight category. Please get ready for the medal ceremony. Okay, lifters in the 120 kilogram plus category, please come onto the platform for the medal ceremony. In the Masters 3 division, 120 kilogram plus weight class. In third place, Ichiro Ujie, Japan, 110 kilograms. Congratulations. In second place, Tibor Horvath, Hungary, 140 kilograms. Congratulations. And in first place, James Ray of the USA, 202.5 kilograms. Congratulations. Would everyone please stand for the national anthem of the USA? Congratulations.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next, in the Masters 2 division, 120 kilogram plus weight class. In third place, Jean-Yves Minel, France, 207.5 kilograms. In second place, Joe Dybert, USA, 217.5 kilograms. Congratulations. And in first place, Janos Cerna, Hungary, 217.5 kilograms. Congratulations. Would everyone please stand for the national anthem of Hungary? Congratulations. In the Masters 1 division, 120 kilogram plus weight class. In third place, Yaroslav Sukal, Czech Republic, 217.5 kilograms. Congratulations. In second place, Chris Baker, Great Britain, 225 kilograms. Congratulations. And in first place, Umar Abdullah, USA, 235 kilograms. Congratulations. Would everyone please stand for the national anthem of the USA? Congratulations to all lifters. You may now exit the platform.